what to write about. Trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist, am I worth anything or just a scout? I don't know.
That was great sounds of Wata with Outside on WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven. Myself, Preston, and the great, the awesome, the mighty. Jay's cool too, but I can't introduce you the way my friend can introduce you. You know what I'm saying? This is the tease, the great introduction of our guest that we do each and every week. His name is Easy Blues, my partner in crime, Long Island raised, Elm City made. Easy, you are better introductions more than me. Who do we have with us today on the program? Go ahead, Easy.
One of these days, I'm just going to say the name like after that intro. I'm just going to be like, yo, we got this person. And just go about the day. But what's really, 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 really dope about today in particular is, you know, how everything is family, and family is so super important. And a lot of my musical family deals with the people that are Fake Four, and it's always an honor and a privilege to have a Fake Four representative with us. So one day I was talking to my friend Jason Hillard, and he was talking to me about the Riverside. And down by the Riverside, was my horse that this man tried to steal from me. So I understood that it was Snag Row culture where we were at. But then and only then did we partake in some raw sienna, and we truly found ourselves. And that was mind-blowing. And for that and that alone, I want you to put your hands together. Not if you're driving. If you're driving, please keep your hands at 10 and 2, for we don't need any accidents. But mentally, put your hands together. Spiritually, put your hands together. With your full heart, soul, and gonads, put your full hands together. For Jay Hill. What's up, brother?
Air horn, air horn, air horn, air horn. What's good?
That's the first time we ever had a translator for put your hands together. That's the first, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I got you.
That's awesome.
Oh, man. Thank you all for having me here.
Absolutely.
This is like really, really, really cool. But yeah, what is good?
Well, what is good is you actually have this brand new EP out. You know, you're dealing with the amazing. We actually just saw Chesky play out here in Hamden, and anytime he plays, I tell everyone it really is like a religious experience to go through. How did your paths cross with Fake Four? Because you are not from CT, were, you know. So how did this happen?
So I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I came in contact with Chesky and Fake Four, I want to say over the pandemic. I'm trying to remember like which thing happened first between like me sending Chesky some stuff and then putting me on this like anti-incarceral system live stream, because I think that is what happened. Like I sent Chesky like some stuff I was working on because I like heard about, you know, like Fake Four. I'm cool with Yoni Wolf. Like he worked at this student studio where like me and my brother and one of my bandmates like came up learning how to work together. So we've known Yoni for a while and had like a few common connections. But yeah, they eventually had me on that stream, and that was really fun. So I've just kind of like stayed in their DMs ever since. They thought I did well, so you know I've kept them on tab with what I've been up to. And eventually they hit me up to do Free Sember this year, and now I have Sienna.
Well, see, that's what's super, super interesting about the whole aspect is, you know, during the pandemic, for those who were living under a rock, Fake Four was doing these, I believe, almost monthly streams, supporting all the different artists that were out there and trying to correlate it close to Bandcamp Fee Free Friday. For those who don't know what Bandcamp Fee Free Friday is, that's the one and only time the artist actually gets paid what, you know, the value in which you're giving them the money. And I don't mean that like just on Bandcamp. I mean that ever. Like, let's be like real. The only time that full dollar goes to the artist is Bandcamp Fee Free Friday. I don't care if you're Beyonce or Jay Hill.
And there's not that much a difference.
No, not at all. I have heard Jay Hill dances a lot better. I will say.
I do not dance better than Beyonce. I try to at least dance as much as her, though. Beyonce goes hard, man.
She does.
She
I
really
respect
does.
Beyonce.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
But no, like, no, it is kind of funny because like my mom was actually able to take me to see one of the Renaissance shows this year,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
that put a battery in my back, like while I was working on this project. Like,
Mm,
to be completely honest, I didn't. Some of these songs are like a couple years old, and then Jason Hillard and Ross Sienna are from October. Like,
Hmm.
I was really like locking back into my brain, and one of the things that did that was like
mm,
seeing the Renaissance show and seeing
mm.
how Beyonce was able to manage like being at the center of all the efforts that goes into a show like that, like
Right.
from all the production that goes so she can be in the middle of that stage to all the
Mm,
people that came to see her be in the middle of that stage and making them feel important and making like, yeah, the whole team feel important. Like, that's, if you're gonna be famous, don't waste people's time. I don't think she's wasting anyone's
Yes.
facts.
time.
Facts on that. I agree. I totally agree.
So
Definitely. Yeah.
it's like, if I got your attention for 20 minutes on my music, then I'm going to make sure like you've got my best,
Hmm.
Hmm.
until I'm coming for like a longer project.
Well, see, that's what I find so super interesting about Sienna, because obviously industry standard, and when dealing with radio industry standard, your song has to be 3 minutes and 18 seconds, and that's the only
Mhm.
way that it'll ever get played, yada yada yada. On this record, though, you've got 3 minute tracks, you got 4 minute tracks, you got a less than a minute track, and then you have Raw Sienna, which is 10
Yeah.
minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Bro, when I first listened to it, I wasn't paying attention because, man, you put it in, you put some stuff in the air, you put your headphones on, and you zone out. And the good music you can just zone to. Raw Sienna came through, and I was like, yo, it's a good couple minutes before a freaking lyric drops.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm at a party or where it is. What made you make that choice? Because that is a conscious artist choice to say this EP is 28 minutes long and 10 minutes of it is one track. Call me Miles Davis, because it is that kind of blue.
Jay, before you answer
Yeah.
that question, easy. Did it feel like 10 minutes when you were listening to it?
No, no, no. But I was also hanging with Jesus.
Ooh.
Mm.
On a cloud?
Yeah, or vapor.
No, that'll definitely help you get swept up in the goings on. I think like that's definitely part of it. And Miles Davis is also a really good like call, because In a Silent Way, like, that's my jam. And that one, you don't hear any like trumpet or anything on that one for like the first 5 to 8 minutes, I want to say. Or it's the one that's shh, because I keep forgetting, like, I think, like, yeah, it's like peaceful, and then In a Silent Way is the second track. But
Mhm.
that hush track is so cool to me, because it just hangs on to that groove,
Mhm.
and it's 18 minutes long, and all you can do is just sit there with it. And Dag, the bass lines kind of hit kind of similar, because it's got that doom 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 doom, and it gives you nothing but bass and rolling hi-hats for that
Mhm.
entire song. So I'm like, all right, bet. Here's like, because that recording was 10 minutes long. Like, I made that beat one night. I'm pretty sure it was dark,
Mm,
and my girlfriend was asleep,
mhm.
and I could not like make it as loud as I wanted it,
Right.
but
Right.
I knew it was nuts. So I was recording it, and then like once I just had this big old file, I mean, because it became that way over a couple sessions. Like, there was making the beat initially, and then I was showing it to my guy Tony, who produced it with me as like them yuccas. We worked together. That's been my voice since 8th grade. So we got like songs under that name and
Right.
everything. So it's always cool being able to like bring him back into the creative fold, because like he really does bring like a very fun side out of me. So
Hmm.
we I'm showing him that,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's like, that beat is insane. And he wants to try playing my little drum machine, my MC 707. So I load up like all those like Tekken and Parappa sounds that are on there. I wonder if I'm sample snitching on myself by doing that. But like he's playing that like as a new continuous take
Right.
along with me yelling into the microphone, like doing those like affected, distorted vocals that you hear
Mhm.
throughout.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean that's just how that track turned out to be what it is. It's 20 minutes long. I cut it. We were
What?
just we were
What?
jamming.
That's the
What?
beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. If you want round two or a remix, there you go.
I've
Hey,
got
That's
more.
the beauty of it. You probably
He's
had
gonna
30-minute cuts.
I wish
Lord,
like
Jesus.
all of that was like
Yeah.
made with continuous takes. It's
hmm
so unmessed with
Right.
outside of like engineering and
Uh-huh.
occasional volume automation to just like shut up those affected vocals while I'm doing the written verses.
Of course.
right.
Of
But
course.
like I'm still listening to it trying to figure out how it came together because there's so many things that like I wasn't listening to that beat in between the time that I made it and when I got Tony involved.
Right.
Right.
Everything we did just meshed with what the recording was doing. And then even where I placed my verses wasn't super intentional. I got
And it does.
lucky.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like it too because you slip in. There's
Mhm.
like, it goes from the instrumental aspect, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, at any point in time, this track could totally end, and I'd be totally, oh, he's got things to say. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm in it. Okay. Oh, more things. Okay, that works. You know,
Yeah. It's like here you go, 3 minutes of raps to make up for the 3 minutes of not rapping that you just sat through. But then we're rolling through the end. Now that we've done that, we're going full speed.
full
You
speed to
have
the
to,
end.
man. Go ahead. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's what's so super, super, super interesting, and I love when people are taking those chances. Like, look, a lot of people gave Andre 3000 a lot of guff because he took that chance with the flute album, which,
Mhm.
by the way, I love. I'm
I
not
think
like I'm
it's
not even
nice.
fronting. It's dope. And it went #1 on Billboard. Like, that's power.
It
Like,
really
that's
is.
ridiculous. Like, this dude just sold everybody, the guy that's hanging out on the street corner playing the pan flute. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and just went freaking triple platinum with that because he's Andre 3000. But he's taking those chances, and I love that like that track started out, as just a jam aspect, and then it became this bigger concept to this bigger concept where it's really bigger than what was released.
Yeah.
So, like, if you wanted to, you could R. Kelly it and Trapped in the Closet, Volume 37, and just
That will be
live
the
it.
only thing I have in common with him.
No, word, no, seriously, seriously.
But at the
seriously.
same time, totally, I would actually love to do something like that.
Hey, man, if you want to create something weird, man, we got numbers exchanged now. Like, we'll get
Oh,
weird.
I'll
I will
come to
get some.
Connecticut. That's
Oh, come to
nothing, man.
come to
Yeah.
Connecticut. Oh, come to Connecticut. We'll get you on one of the Wednesday shameful Wednesdays that we're gonna be doing.
Word.
Yeah, at Stellar Blues. You'll have 30 minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right,
I'm
cool.
there.
You can crash on my couch.
Perfect. That's
Word.
really all I need. That's all I need to know. For
I
me
got
to show up
children though.
somewhere.
I will tell you they're teenagers, so we're up at 6 in the morning and then laying back down.
I could deal with that.
Okay.
Sometimes I wake up and just like stay up, so I'll end up like I don't know,
Oh, it
working on a
happens.
beat or something,
Word, that's
watching
fine.
anime till I pass out.
We have all those things available here. Well,
Bro, do y'all like anime?
yeah.
I love anime.
Oh,
I know I saw some stuff on Preston's side. I peeped the Funkos and the Joker back there.
Oh, it's more comic stuff related. I got
Yeah.
Heath Ledger in the back. Doctor Doom is behind me for a Funko Pop, and Susie from Rugrats. So it's a little miscellaneous
No,
all
but
over the wall.
I feel that because
Yeah, yeah.
like even with the WrestleMania gear,
Yeah.
so I feel like
Mhm.
you've seen the phenomenon.
mhm.
Like
Right.
there's in underground hip hop,
Mhm.
there's like a circle between like anime fans, wrestling fans, like general like comic fans.
Yeah.
This is true.
Like
This is
we
true.
all kind of end up together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
that's true.
like Open Mike Eagle and Mega Ran were like the first ones I saw
Right.
really digging into that. And that's another path I'm kind of hoping I can like take on because I just know I'll find other people who like to talk about the stuff I'm obsessed with.
Pink Maple too.
Well,
So
don't forget about MF Doom. He was a trendsetter. 30, 20 years before his
absolutely.
time. He didn't hold back when it came to nerdiness, and it's embraced now. But
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, definitely a trendsetter with that. And one other person I'm thinking about, it's in the tip of my tongue. Oh, Method Man. Method Man definitely was really heavy. Method Man was definitely a heavy nerd back then. He did not hold back. So shout out to those trendsetters and those OGs.
Dude, because it's like you got to be a nerd to do this stuff. Do you understand the type of like machine mastery it took to
just
make a beat? Like, and then like Wu-Tang was based off of watching martial arts movies.
Absolutely. The whole Wu-Tang clan,
in the crib with the boys. Like that's classic nerd stuff. Yeah, man. KMD, they were digging. They went nuts.
Yes, KMD. Oh, Lil Gem, Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross was big into comic books and was a huge wrestling fan. Yep. So shout out to Luther Vandross, who did not hold back and watch shows and was stalling audiences because he had to catch up. So shout out to Luther Vandross.
Bro, he said it's never too much. It's never too much.
Exactly.
I gotta get it in right now. It's never too much. They can wait.
He's like, yo, he's got to take this pin real quick. Hold on.
Dog, was Luther a Hulkamaniac?
I hope so. No,
you never know. I don't know, but he
man.
did love it. He did love it. He loved the aspect of it, and I know he definitely spent a lot on WrestleMania tickets. So, but I don't know his favorites per se. But just like learning back just with the greats, because you can't learn and grow in the future if you don't learn from the past. So, you should learn all these little gems about people. Neptunes are big nerds. So shout out to Pharrell and all those guys. But I can go on and on and on. Yeah.
Dude, Kanye.
But you want to know what's crazy though? Like Luther Vandross is Luther Vandross, and he had to pay bank to go to WrestleMania. That's how like you know how tight their culture is too. Because like if it was me and Luther Vandross was like, "Hey, I want to come to your show," I'd be like, "Yo, you got front seat. You don't gotta call nobody. Just show up." And even if I'm like working a show and Luther Vandross had walked in, he's not getting charged. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
Like, but he spent out bank for WrestleMania because
he's the type of person I would want to pay though. Regardless, like usually like real artists like who want to pay like for any event, you gotta respect that. You know what I mean? Like he's the type who like want to pay and support you. Yeah, exactly. Like because at the end of the day, we're all fans first.
Yeah, all right, I can see that. I can definitely see that. But that being said, if he was still alive today, I'd let him into any show for free.
Easy.
That's all I'm saying. He could pay the artist directly, but he's coming in the door for free.
That's right. Yo, like a little under the table cash. Like, you get in here, you sit down in that front row.
Exactly. Spend your cash at I want the audience to see you buy merch. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Before I ask this question on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven, Jay, what anime has inspired you, to grow as an artist, to make more music? Because just with the visuals and just storytelling of anime, and there's countless others. What have been some great tales of like, yo, I want to stop everything I'm doing and creating?
I'm like looking over at the collection. But I'm pretty sure this is like an audio radio show, so it won't matter as much. Although y'all can see it. Hold on.
Yeah, we can see it. We're down with tours. We like tours.
I'm bringing it up.
I'm not the first or last tour here.
We have WNHH Cribs in the house right now.
Yes, sir. I'm not like knocking around too much, am I?
Oh, no, very not.
This is great.
This
is
excellent. All right, so this is my joint right here. Mind Game.
Okay.
For you listeners, I'm holding up like my special edition Blu-ray and DVD combo that came with the art book up to the camera. Like this was funded off a dang Kickstarter campaign. But yeah, Mind Game is like probably my favorite animated movie. It's directed by this guy, Masaki Yuasa. I'm
Mm,
into pretty much anything he creates.
nice.
He is more known for like Devilman Crybaby. He did Don't Mess with Azokin, which I
Cool.
shout out. That's like the first thing I'm talking about on Raw Sienna.
Okay.
Um he did Jesus Christ. His studio is doing the new Scott Pilgrim anime. Like,
Which
What?
is great.
dude,
I
it
love
was
that
an
show. I
ideal
love that show.
situation.
Yeah.
Everyone I love and could possibly want to be involved in that project was involved. Like, I want to get my hands on
Yeah.
it. It was so perfect. They
Mhm.
called Science Saru, which is Yuasa's studio, and they just know how to communicate how ideas feel.
Mhm.
Like with Keep Your Hands Off Hazelkin and
Yeah.
the movie like I think it's Ride Your Wave. It's
Mhm.
either Ride Your Wave or Catch Your Wave.
Right.
Like he knows how music feels, he knows how creativity feels, and he's able to like
Awesome.
put it into like the visual realm for us. And I think
Mhm.
that's so cool. So like I like making music that feels like his animation.
Mhm.
And I hope to eventually make music that does like get accompanied by something he makes or some music to accompany his work. Either way,
Yeah.
I just want it to happen. I think he's
Well,
really cool.
Nice.
I think this is so super interesting because I've seen it more in anime than anything else. This incredible hybrid or synergy between music and anime itself. You saw it with Cowboy Bebop and
Hmm.
Right.
jazz and all this kind of all those fight scenes with those incredible jazz riffs, underneath the whole
Hmm.
thing, just going in. Like it's so incredible to watch. So it's like you're watching a music video at all times,
Ex-
you know.
mm.
Yeah, see, so well, yeah, we're nerding
Like,
out
oh, I'm
here.
about this.
Yeah, this is dope.
So, I think the director for Bebop was Shinichiro Watanabe, who also did Samurai Champloo, and that's got Cincinnati lore built into it.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, and like Nujabes was working with Fat John for a lot of that main soundtrack, the Departure album, and there were a bunch. Like shout out Force of Nature and them. Like there were other artists that contributed music to that show and several soundtrack CDs with really cool beats. But we mostly know the Nujabes and Fat John beats because it on his own, it's just a really cool album. Um, but Fat John was a member of a group called 5Ds, who's from Cincinnati, and members of 5Ds, like they still live here. Those are my OGs. Like Kyle
Mhm.
David right now is in a group called Sons of Silverton with the homie Katuk. Those are my big bros. So I have taken the Cincinnati and Japan connection as far as like black nerd culture goes as my personal business because it
Mhm.
made me feel valid. So hopefully I can help some other kids like make sense of themselves, along the way with all this. But yeah, it's really cool to feel like, I don't know, somewhat involved in that.
Uh, it's always great when you can take a step back and look at the bigger picture and
True.
see
Hmm.
where your voice actually resonates in that bigger picture, especially growing up when you felt voiceless. And there's a
For
whole bunch of
sure.
people right now that are feeling absolutely voiceless, and that's why it's important to create art, whether it's an
Mm.
anime or a
Mhm.
comic drawing or this radio show in particular, or Sienna, which you can pick up on Bandcamp, Fake Fours Bandcamp right now for free
Air
sender,
horn.
and you spend as much as you want on it, and
Spend a
as much as
lot.
you want, a lot, yeah, like a lot. Um, you know, it's all right.
You know,
We don't like capitalism, but we just mess with it really well.
No, like
man,
we need
capitalism,
we need
smapitalism. We know
capital
what you
to
doing.
like
I'm with
work, dog.
it. Capitalism. This is the purpose of what we're doing. Go ahead,
Yeah.
plug. Give my man. He's trying to make something out of himself. I'm with this. Let's go.
I'm dropping air horn, air horn, air
Exactly.
horn.
Let's go.
Pick up
No
my
sub-
materials. I got
exactly. No,
CDs. I make
exactly.
tapes.
Exactly.
Mess
No
with me, I
sub-
screen print.
exactly. No
Well,
subliminal messages. Go ahead, support your boy.
well, see, this is what and how this is so super incredible is like
Right.
literally we saw Chesky,
Mhm.
and I text him the next day like, yo, heck a show. I got things to do this weekend, so I had to dip out early. My bad. And he's like, no, it's dope. And I was like, yeah, anytime you want to, feel free to use our station and our show as a Fake Four plug. Anytime you have anyone you want us to talk to, like let us know. And at first he's like, oh yeah, well, Indigo's from New Haven. I was like, yeah, we already got them. They've already been on the show. And he's
I
like,
like
oh,
Indigo's
well,
project too. That one's tight.
yeah. And Indigo is tight. And
Them and 50
Indigo's
by
live
50s.
performance,
Mhm.
woo, it's something special. It's something special. There's a whole lot of rioting going on at an Indigo performance.
Yeah. All
Which
right. That
is
means we
dope.
gotta lock in.
Yeah.
We gotta do a show together.
Exactly. Those are shameful Wednesdays.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey man, I'm on it. But what's crazy is he's like, oh well, definitely the new record that just dropped. I just picked it up because it's a Fake Four thing, so of course I'm going to listen to it and do what I need to do. And I just picked it up and I was in the process of listening through. And he's like, yo, hit up Jay Hill. He's like, what's the best way to get in contact? I was like, bro, you got my number. I was like, you're like one of the few people that can call me. He's like, all right, bet. So, and then all of a sudden, like about 20 minutes later, I get a text from Jay. Chesky told me that I should contact you. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, you should. And now we're best as friends. So it works.
Look, I got new homies. This is always excellent. This is what I got in here for.
I do have a question though, and for those who can't see, who are listening on the radio, you have this incredible like spinning propeller question mark
Oh yeah.
on your arm. What is the meaning behind that? And
Yeah. I designed it in college. It's like on my first EP covers, but it stands for infinite curiosity, just being ready to learn. I kind of have it in the negative space of its area because it's about like the things that will eventually fill this in and the fact that some stuff will never really be filled in. I kind of think it's emitting an aura. I like to think like, oh man, it burns and glows when I'm inspired.
So
Like when
there's
it's time for battle, you know what I mean?
there's a cheat for that. There's certain inks that you can like kind of highlight where when the lights go out or if a black light hits it, it does pop. So you could sit there like on stage and just throw up the fist in the darkness, and it'd
That'd
just be
be
that.
amazing.
We'll talk.
Okay, because I do want to get like a double exclamation point on this arm because that's been like the
Nice.
theme of the past couple projects. So one
Mhm.
is curiosity, and the exclamations will be enthusiasm and action.
Okay.
Like I think the cross between curiosity and enthusiasm leads to discovery, and that's how
There
you
you
find
go.
new things and enjoy life.
Once we get a little. All right, gotcha. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. We got a little
You know what I
triangle.
mean?
All right, I get the connection. That's awesome.
Bing.
What separates you from the pack
Alright.
when it comes to performing? I haven't seen a Jay Hill show, but what can we expect from a Jay Hill performing live in front of you? What do you bring to the table that others can't bring? You feel personally?
Feel like I go kind of crazy on stage. That's
Okay.
like what people knew me for before they really know any of my songs. Like the live show has always been like one of my favorite
Right.
parts of music overall, but definitely hip hop. Like it's super demanding when you're on stage, like projecting all these words and all these rhythms, hoping people are actually listening, saying something that you hope is worth listening to. So I perform everything like I believe in it with 300% of my whole body. And like I'm like knowing my lyrics, I don't want to be one of those rappers.
Right.
Well, I don't want to be one of those rappers that hates on rappers who bring their vocal tracks on stage because like I've also done that for some tracks, but also I don't because I make sure I know like all my lyrics and I'm able to project them like over the beat while dancing, while interacting with the crowd, while doing all that stuff. I think I deliver a surprisingly professional experience while the music is on.
And hey, I got a workaround for that. What you
Go ahead,
what
go
you
ahead.
say is, and we say it on the show all the time, is we never pour salt in anyone else's hustle.
Of course.
We just hustle
Yeah,
a little different. That's all.
that's really it. Because like Snagro culture, I kept the vocal track on there forever. Like I had to learn the lyrics, and even by the time I knew the lyrics, I'm rapping like in step with the track. Now I'm
Hmm.
like, all right, take it off. And when I wrote that, I wasn't completely sure when I'd be able to do it.
Right.
Like I'm rapping a lot, I'm switching flows, I'm like messing with melodies in there and stuff. I'm like,
Hmm.
how am I going to do this on stage without puking?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have done that.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh yeah.
goodness.
No, it's rough. It's rough.
Oh, yo, so I'm in a band. We're
Hmm.
called Patterns of Chaos,
That's a
and
nice
like,
name.
yo, POC baby.
Hmm.
Um, we've gone through all these lineup changes. Like it was a duo to a trio to a duo to a quartet now, and it's really sick. It was
Hmm.
so it's two MCs, myself and Roberto, who you guys hear on Riverside,
Hmm.
who produced Snagro, who mixed and mastered this project,
Right.
co-exec produced with me. That's my boy.
Hmm.
Um, we take on rapping duties, and then my guys, Stolitix and King Flex,
Hmm.
they bring their samplers on stage
Oh,
and make entirely new beats every time we're on stage. So me and
Oh,
Roberto
that's
are just
cool.
throwing
That's
verses
cool.
back and forth, like
Uh-huh.
right.
boop, 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 to whatever we hear, just like trying to build a new song out of what we know. And now, like, this lineups existed for about a year. Now we're getting to the point where we're like the jams are getting deeper, where we're
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
knowing each other's cues, we're writing some new songs and working some of that material in. But yeah, I was talking to Flex. It's like, yeah, we got to get like the way we freestyle. Y'all got to
Yeah.
start freestyling the whole show. So I think that's my new mission.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's
because I
very
miss
healthy in a way,
freestyling.
though. It's very
Yeah,
healthy. It's very healthy
because
brain
it's
activity right there because it keeps you going and keeps you on the move. You're not used to that same pattern. Like you're always ready for like that next step. And it's anticipating
absolutely.
too. It's fun. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I
It's
really
like
do.
it's it's what makes us jazz.
Hmm.
It's what makes us punk. It's what makes
Mm-hmm.
us hip hop. It's
Yeah.
like knowing what all of those have in common and trying to like make the crowd feel like the full weight of that while we're on stage. Because sometimes when the machine is too well oiled, like people do kind of forget it's being generated in front of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like
see,
that used to be a
this is
problem. I'm sorry.
this is what I think would be really dope in that type of format and situation. And hear me out, right? So
Hmm.
you have your points that are completely freestyle, both the beats and the words themselves, and then you have then you incorporate some of the stuff that maybe the
Hmm.
beats that you've already done, so you have a little bit of a flow there. Then you stop for a second and you do one of your tracks that's fully rehearsed,
So,
and ready to go. And
mhm.
then you do another freestyle and another, composition, and then your
Mhm.
boy goes, and he does one of his tracks. So you're still
That
getting
would
that,
go pretty well,
yeah.
honestly. I
Mm.
think that'd
Well,
be tight.
and but not only that, but now because one of the things that happens, you lose the listener.
Hmm.
That's why you have bands that'll do like cover songs and different things like that, is to try
Yeah.
to catch that listener back up. So just cover your own stuff.
And that's almost essentially what we do.
Right.
Like, yeah. We're bringing our verses on. Although I like it does need more structure. And the idea you just gave right now, like, no, that's really strong. Because
Yeah.
we are learning how to like actually format this show. Because it's
Mhm.
usually press
And then
record
finish
on the
with
mix,
Riverside.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Riverside often shows up just somewhere in the middle, and it'll be
Right.
as soon as the beats get fast, we're doing Riverside. Like we've done
Yeah.
that over so many house grooves.
Right.
It's really tight. Like that song
Yeah,
has been over probably 30 beats by now, but
it's
it
fine.
shows up on Sienna over the one I wrote it to.
No, that's awesome. That's
Very
awesome. But
That's
exciting.
cool.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, man. POC. I think we're the best rap band ever. I think we
yes,
could be. I think
I,
I think
I
we're
think you
really
will
tight.
be.
Like I think like even with our background, because I used to freestyle a whole bunch
Mhm.
when it was just me and Stalls. Um, like back when we were at this open mic that I met him at. Like he
Right.
was running this open mic. It was the most hip hop dream scenario you could ever imagine. You're in
Mhm.
this like because we got this place called the Mock Bee, and it's like a big old tunnel. It used to be a cellar, I believe.
That's cool.
So
That's cool.
it goes way far back. It's all brick and it's like split in the middle. You got the bar on one side and like the stage and performances on the other side. They're acting bougie now. They got couches. I will burn those couches. Like,
What if the couches were beat up?
that'd be a little bit better.
All right.
Like it needs another 3 years for that though. And it's like I feel like the people who got the couches ain't about ish anyway, so the couches will eventually be pretty much.
Yeah.
It all will return. But like imagine you go in there and you see a dude finger drumming next to like a DJ who's actually just whipping out records and scratching over what he's doing, finding samples on the fly.
Right.
And you didn't even know people were doing that in 2017, let alone in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Mhm.
Then I have to figure out, oh, we're the Scribble Jam city. Okay, everyone started here. Like
Yep.
it's not just funk, it's hip hop too. Okay. So yeah, that's where it all jumped off. But we used to freestyle for hours, like
Nice.
3 hours straight,
Mhm.
saying nothing written, trying not to repeat ourselves, doing nothing like people coming on and off stage. I'm the one that's consistently up there
Oh,
holding a mic, and if I'm not holding a mic, I'm hyping somebody up.
nice.
Like, off the
Awesome.
block was
Yeah.
that hip hop like spiritual experience
Mhm.
that I think every good nerd like
Hmm.
is kind of wanting for at some point in
Right.
their life. And I feel incredibly fortunate that it existed anywhere in my timeline. And I hope I can bring it back somehow. We're working on it now that, the pandemic's not over, but it's not killing people as fast. So
Right.
so
Right.
we now have to act like we're still alive and
Yeah.
stop being surprised that we're still alive and just boom, 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 boom. Get that feeling back, get going. And also just, work with what's new. We got a new crop of rappers. We survived a wave. People are
Yeah.
happy to see us when we show up places now.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Do we
People
get
walk
a
in and be like, yo,
Yeah.
there's a show? Dope. I was just going out because I
Yeah.
needed to go out, but there's a show. I'm walking into this. $5. I'm in,
Bing.
Is it a Run the Jewels vibe that we give for POC or like a BC Boys Tribe Called Quest? Like, what can we expect?
We
Or you want us to be surprised?
comparisons to like
Mm-hmm.
the Far Side.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh.
That's
Like-
beautiful. That's
Like
beautiful.
POC, like when
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
so Chaotic Good is our only full-length album out now, and that's actually the one with just me and Stalls. And I was listening to Balloon Mind State a ton around that time, so you're gonna hear that. Like very De La.
Mhm.
I tried to work in like as many styles as I could while keeping a kind of common energy between the songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say just in terms of the approach, it's super
Mm-hmm.
like Paul's Boutique.
Nice.
Bit of Public Enemy,
Mm-hmm.
but also Das Racist. They're my favorite group ever.
Oh,
Like
they're great. They're
I
great.
love
They're very
Das
underappreciated, in my opinion. They're very underappreciated.
I'm
They
still
are
learning
awesome.
words from their songs. They're so amazing to me. Like being able to work that much just like brain power into
Yeah.
otherwise like party
Mhm.
appropriate songs.
Mm-hmm.
People can't do that.
Nah.
Like working in like honestly heartbreaking tales of being a brown person in America,
Mhm.
like after 9/11 or after the Rodney King riots, like
Mhm.
nah, man, they're able to put across this whole absurdist image of America while just being like some laid back stoner dudes and like acting like they don't take things seriously because they're in their 20s. But man, that was some of the
Existing,
realest
just
rap I'd
existing.
ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
existing, bro. It's crazy. And the stuff that they say in their album still relates to this day.
Still, bro, them
Which
Big
is
Baby
deep.
Gandhi,
Yeah.
like they got it and they knew how to get it across. And I'm so grateful to them for that. And Lacutus, I'm gonna get that fool to hop on one of my tracks. I'm gonna get him, I'm gonna get
Yes.
Gandhi, I'm gonna get Despot. I don't know if
Right.
I'll be able to get like Heems and Kool AD back in the same room,
Uh-huh.
but I might get them on the same album.
You're like, look, I don't need you in the same room. I just need you on the same record.
Like let me at least thank y'all individually, like show these two wings of my influence and somehow put that on the same project as like Pigeon John and Mars Ill because I grew up a Christian rap kid.
Right.
Like the people that really taught me how to rap without cursing, and then the people that showed me what to do with it so I'm not just like insert spicy super here to seem
Right.
interesting, you know?
Yeah, making the words matter, making the words count. That's one of the so super important. One of the things I've loved about hip hop from jump, is the way that the intent behind every single lyric, and that's what I've always loved about it. I consider myself I'm just as influenced by Chuck D as I am by Bob Dylan, and it's over and over like that amazingness. And it's also trying to find that place to fit in, which again is so super important as you are growing and as you are moving forward. And we're talking about a whole lot of future and a whole lot of present
On WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven, myself, Easy Blues. Well, not myself, Easy Blues, but my partner in crime, Easy Blues. You know what I'm saying, right here on the radio show. With this nice little tattoo that says Easy on his fingers. Let's go. A lot of the promotion, the cross promotion, that multitasking that we're doing right now. Easy Blues, continue.
But so what are those next steps for you? Here you are working with Fake Four, doing all these different aspects of it, obviously coming out to New Haven to play with Shane Penguin, which is going to be dope. I'm not kidding. I'm saying this
I
because it's going
cannot
to happen.
wait.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
I'm probably like March. I'm just going to say it's probably like March.
Okay, I gotta have some things done by then anyway. Oh, let me know the date. We have some stuff going. Yeah. We'll make it happen though.
We'll make it happen. But so what is the next aspect? What is after Sienna? What's Sienna 2 Electric Boogaloo? Like what's gonna drop?
Hopefully hopefully a full length. The initial idea was dropping the Sienna EP, and then I have some other songs that I did not finish in time.
Right.
Some songs I knew I wouldn't finish in time. So I'm like, all right, now I don't have a real deadline on the rest of these songs. So I can put myself on a schedule, but not like crunch myself.
Right.
And I'm going to try to finish those songs and release Sienna as like a full package next year. That's what I'm hoping. For work I already have done. No Clue is the name of a group. It is myself and King Flex of POC. POC is almost of No Clue because me and Flex have technically known each other longer. Like he's from Florida, but we met on 4chan. So
nice.
Now, like, and then because the universe is insane, he actually lives in Ohio and we can work on music in person. So we've been working on songs for years, and that's actually the music I introduced myself to Chesky with. So that those tracks are finally in order. We're going to get them mixed and mastered, and hopefully, yeah, drop that spring or summer 2024. And I'm really excited. There's some cool new songs. There's some cool old songs on there.
Yes.
So
old to you, new to us.
Mm-hmm.
Everything can be a new song. Go right ahead.
And it's like part of the story of the album is, the fact that it took so long. Like some of the stuff's like 8 years old, and we're keeping those vocal takes. It's like, yeah, I felt it when I said it. Keep it. And like we're arranging those. It's a much more, how do I describe it? It sounds a lot more like our love letter to like the Dooms and Mad Libs and Earls and the Edons and like the what do I want to call it? I hate just saying lo-fi. Lo-fi when it actually meant something, like before it was a set of chords, like when the stuff was like dusty, that's the most old head stuff I've said. But like lo-fi used to mean
Wow.
something. But like when lo-fi literally meant dirty and not just chill.
Right, right, right.
It just the change in how language works over time.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's much more in that realm. It's like a bit more psychedelic. It's chiller, but like pen game is still going. The beats are insane. Flex is an amazing producer.
Yes.
Like getting to know him in person over the past year and a half has been amazing because we knew we would be the best of friends. Like we linked like this instantly. I put my hands together, listeners. But like yeah, like our first couple phone calls are like, oh, we
Hmm.
homies. We find like he moves up here, I'm like, oh, we homies. So but like now we actually get to be in the lab together because he's been sending
Right.
these things that have been like melting my mind like for the past decade. And now I get to watch him make them, and now we're on stage together as this is happening. Stalls,
Yes.
he's an insane drummer. Like he is a finger drummer, a real finger drummer,
Hmm.
a multi-pocket can suddenly go from like a house to a trap to a jazz set all on the Machine Pro type finger drummer. Like I
Well, hold
think
on.
I
On this machine type pro type thing right now, they're telling us they're trying to pull the Apollo curtain on us
oh
as we
word, it's that
have
time.
reached that
Mm.
moment.
My
But
band
right
mates are
now,
excellent.
these last couple seconds, man, these are all for you. I
Hmm.
want you to tell everyone how they can get in contact with you, how they can link with you, how they can support you, how can they can pick up that free Sember
Yes, sir.
release of Sienna on Fake 4 right now on Bandcamp. So the time is yours, brother. Thank you so much for coming on. And I can't wait to build with you in the future, man. This is gonna be dope.
Oh, this is the beginning of something very, very, very amazing. I want to say, yo, like, shout out to Behind the Brand, Easy, Preston. Much love to y'all. Like, this is sick. What's
Thank
up,
you.
y'all? My name is Jay Hill. I'm at Jay Hill Raps on like just about everything that matters. JAYHILLRAPS, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Uh, Big oh wait, snap. Fake4.bandcamp.com/album/Sienna. Jhill.bandcamp.com. Patternsofchaos.bandcamp.com. At the band POC on everything. Best rap band ever. Me and Roberto gonna keep arguing over who the best rapper ever, and I
Yes.
think that's what's gonna make it all the more interesting. I think it's gonna be so fun. Um, yeah, dog. I don't know. Whole lot of cool stuff coming. Stuff I'm not sure I should say on the radio yet.
Well, then don't say that yet. Don't say
Hit
it
me
yet.
up. Anime
But yeah.
conventions. Come
Woo!
invite me to your weird nerdy anime thing, especially if it's for people of color, but also if it's not. I like hanging out. Well, if it's specifically not, I'm not sure I want to be there.
Oh,
But
you mean one of those? Yeah, no.
you know what I
It's fine.
mean?
You can show up with me, and we could just tear the place down. We'll burn them couches.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do the couch quote. We're on radio. I disrespect your couch, friend.
I love the censorship. I love it. Name, last question.
Disregard that couch.
Jay, last question.
Yeah.
3 things you're grateful for in this world, and then we're just going to close out the program. 3 things you're grateful for, personal or professional.
Ooh.
Easy, play the Jeopardy music.
3 things I'm grateful for. Ooh, wait. Are you still talking? Because you slowed down to like half
No, no,
speed
he's
on
good.
my
It,
side.
it was just a little
Okay,
slowed down.
Okay.
But it was okay. I had to,
It was
beat
chopped
Batman
and
when
screwed.
came.
It was a
Yeah,
chopped and screwed.
it was
It
crazy.
was chopped and screwed.
That was
You made it
wild.
work. You made
I
it
like
work.
that. Might have to sample
Sorry
that.
about that.
But oh Jesus. Grateful for my girlfriend. She's awesome. She makes me feel
Awesome.
human. She knows she has a rapper boyfriend and has known that since high school. And I've been trying to
Mm.
be like rapper boyfriend worthy of telling one's parents about. Like, so super grateful for that.
Awesome.
I don't know. It's all really, it's kind of generic, but it's real. Like the cliches prove themselves over time. I'm grateful for my friends and family. If I can put that as one thing,
You can.
you know what I mean, I'm grateful for the village. Like from the elders to the youngins. I need my people. You know what I mean? I like hold up. We'll take that as one thing. The village. I'm grateful for rap music. Shout out rap music. It is my art. It is my love. It is my purpose. It's what makes me move. It's what made me make sense to me. Shout out rap music.
You can add honorable mentions. I don't want your head to hurt. You can add some honorable mentions. I don't want your head.
Thankful for SD cards.
There you go.
I used to work at the Apple store.
Ooh.
And I'm grateful for SD cards and headphone jacks. I'm grateful for physical media.
There you go.
And sustainable media consumption.
Yes.
And leading with real love.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Archival information education. I teach the kiddos how to use samplers in schools. Trying to keep, you know what I mean, like, shout out arts programs. I think I've said many things. But yeah, no, just
awesome, man.
And we are grateful
for my people. I'm grateful for art.
Yes, and we are grateful for you. We gotta get you back on because we feel there's a lot of stuff that needs to be said.
Oh, yeah.
We
we can talk.
We didn't even get the icing off the cake yet. We're still on the first layer. It's crazy. There's so many layers to this onion when it comes to your greatness.
Yeah, man, we can get into this. Like,
yes. It's been a fun time. Myself, Preston, and Long Island Rays, Elm City made EZ BlueZ. This has been Behind the Brand. Jay, thank you so much on 103.5 FM New Haven.
Rap music be with you all. Much love.
Yes.
To Roberta roll a spliff in a fig leaf in the middle of the river and we 6 deep. Told my I've been having trouble getting clean. Just said the body and the soul got different needs. They call Rihanna and they told her come get me. I told her baby if you love me come meet me. Feel like someone always trying to keep me. I built this seat for you cause you seek me. Eat with me, I let my pride down so you can feed me. I feel so proud when I can feed you. I love language that we speak equal, but it's dangerous when pride can seep through. Wanna love you, don't wanna need you. Need myself but don't wanna leave you. How many things can we hold and keep true? How much cake can we have and eat too? Hands on, cause I'm new to trust and I love to touch. Tell me how can I do enough when every day I wake up it's a new enough. But for who, for what? All you ask me to do is love. All you ask me to do is love. All you ask me to do is love. I got you down by the riverside. You can meet me down by the riverside. I'm out here down by the riverside. You can meet me down by the riverside. I got you down by the riverside. You can meet me down by the riverside. So Roberta roll a spliff in a fig leaf in the middle of the river and we 6 deep. So Roberta roll a spliff in a fig leaf in the middle of the river and we 6 deep.
Told Jay I got a night that a ice cream cake off a quarter of the boomers and I might be late. Can afford to be assuming what you want. Get your IP traced to a clock on the dot, but my timepiece fake. Try to hit my phone like IDK. Ain't trying to ignore it. My vision contorted in Neverland. They making promises claiming that I'll be a better man, but I never am. Staying outside trying to get low. Play the mob ties to a headstone. All that I need should've never had caller ID. You begging my line, that's a dead phone. If I need it, I got it. That thing cocky, that's me being honest. They still trying to figure how deep are my pockets, but never here seeing the process. I'm in the front seat with a and 3 clips, try to see a deposit. Smoking my spliff is relief from the silence, but seeking some solace at 17 and leaving the violence behind me. I came a long way from amphetamine, been healing my trauma since 19. My tree evergreen lily, I've been loving like I never seen an enemy. If you wanna get with me, I'll be sitting
down by the riverside. You can meet me down by the riverside. I got you down by the riverside. You can meet me down by the riverside. So Roberta roll a spliff in a fig leaf in the middle of the river and we 6 deep. So Roberta roll a spliff in a fig leaf in the middle of the river and we 6 deep. I'm out here down by the riverside. You can meet me down by the riverside. I got you down by the riverside. You can meet me down by the riverside. So Roberto roll a spliff in a fig leaf in the middle of the river and we 6 deep. So Roberto roll a spliff in a fig leaf in the middle of the river and we 6 deep. I got you down by the riverside. You can meet me down by the riverside. I got